already walked this, but then he waited for me to come back. He just found the first Meg.
Look at that.
There's a little broke teeth laying around. There's one down here.
Looks really good.
Pick it up. There's one. Got room for that crap. But he already walked this, so.
No, I didn't.
I thought you said you walked all the way to them. But...
No, I walked right up to here. This is where the bone was.
So maybe this would be Redemption Pond. There's a cornered one. There's a broke one.
Pick it up.
I don't have anywhere for teeth. I'm trying to find a big tooth.
Well, when you dig, you'll find a big one. There's the one that is just garbage.
Oh. That's as far as it goes?
That's as far as it goes.
Oh, well, at least you got the one Meg that was sitting out.
There's a tooth.
Yeah, there's a Mako. Oh, this might be a good one. Thank goodness.
Oh yeah, looky there. That is a nice Angie.
Maybe. We don't want it to be repeated last time, but I am happy I found one.
Look at that, that's gorgeous.
Not bad. Not bad.
Nice sand polished Megalodon Tooth, 3 7/8 inches long. Just sharp looking, nice shape. Missing a little bit of root up there, but I don't care. That's a pretty tooth. There is the Mako tooth that Diva didn't pick up, but I did, because all teeth are worth picking up. She was looking for big teeth. I get it. Who doesn't want to find a big tooth, right? That's a good little one. 3 3/8 inch Angustidens. Pretty nice. See the little worn cusps, worn serrations, worn tip, worn root. Looks like a Meg, but it's not. It's an Angustidens because of those cusps, but it looks like the Megs because it got worked out of the Chandler Bridge a long time ago, millions of years, and then rolled around in the current and the gravel and the sand, just like the Megs, and got polished and worn. And that's why it looks like that, but definitely an Angustidens. Nice Angie, 2.5 inches, got both cusps, burlette, serrations, tip, good root. When you film out on the ground, you might be thinking, well, it's because we're digging in quicksand. And if I take the time to grab my phone out of my pocket to film the tooth, it might get covered up and I might never see it again, which means you'll never see it again. So all the smaller teeth I found on this hunt, I'm gonna be filming like this because I just didn't want to take the chance to miss them and not have the chance to show you all these great teeth. That's a Desiree. Unfortunately, both root lobes are busted off, but still a cool tooth. Oh, this Angustidens could have been something special, but it had to eat. See that rounding on the tip there? That's from continuously plunging into prey items. So it got broke and then it got worn from being used. But this part of the tooth is really nice still. Look at that burlette. And those serrations, the root is even killer on this thing. Digging in that bomb diggity layer. Listen to that.
There's a lot right over here at the moment.
I got this Meggie right here.
Kim keeps flipping them out.
I just flipping it out. Good stuff. Good looking Megalodon tooth. 3.5 inches long. Decent burlette. Sharp serration still. Got the tip there. That's where I touched it with the shovel first. Got some feeding damage right there. But they got to eat right. I know I keep saying that. But it's a fact. It's a tooth. That's what they used. Doesn't take much away from the tooth at all. Still a nice looking Meg tooth. Mako time. Still a shark tooth. Still really old. Very cool. Very fun to find. That's a big old Angustidens. 3 1/8 inches long. I saw the root was all pitted up, so I didn't film it out there. But man, this one could have been a nice one. The roots get all like that because the soil around here is really acidic and it just eats them up. Plus this thing is like 25 million years old, so a lot can happen in that amount of time. But those cusps, pretty nice serrations. What could have been, huh? Decent little Mako with some good color to it. Not a bad little tooth.
Gosh, that's big. Wow.
It's probably 2.5.
That's not big.
It's
That's
not compared to what we've been digging.
Oh.
3 1/8 inch Megalodon Tooth. Seen better days, but it held up pretty well. Got the little feeding damage down there at the tip, like most of them have. And a little bit of root rot up there. Lost some time ago. See how it's all the same color, same sheen? Been like that for a while. Pretty good fossil. This Angustiden's a little worse for wear. It's gotten beat up. It happens though. They get washed around and sandblasted and tumbled, and this is what happens. But they're still fun to find. Not the best Meg in the world, but it counts. I saw it was peeled and the corner was messed up, so I didn't film it in the ground. But it still counts. This guy's 3 3/8 inches long. That's a dagger looking Mako right there. This spot at the party that we were digging at had some better colors on the teeth. I like those streaks and shades in there. And there's Diva digging by moonlight. I just flipped this out. We got to flip them out or they're going to get buried. Oh, not too bad.
I'm sure.
This Megalodon Tooth, 4 inches long. Pretty good burlette. Got a slight hint of some serrations there. Not real bad feeding damage on the tip. That root lobe's pretty good. That one's gone. It happens though. What are you gonna do? They can't all be perfect. But it's never not fun to find a tooth this big. Not too bad of a tooth. Got the cusps and the burlette, a little feeding damage to the tip, good serrations. Got some pitting to the root. See those little holes? That's called pitting. Still a decent looking tooth though. Nice greenish looking Angustiden. Well, not nice, but that break up there is a recent break. You can tell that because it's a different color than the rest. See how all this has that light gray color and then you see this dark black right there? That's a recent break. I did not do that, but I can tell that it happened recently, probably during the digging event. Pretty colors on that Angustiden. It's a bit beat up though. Gotta grab these quick before they disappear into that quicksand down there we're digging in. Megalodon just flipped out.
Tell them about me coming over to film you.
Yeah, she came over to film me, and we seen another one in the refuse pile, and
The one I filmed was broke.
it was this one right here. That's the one we thought it was, and then I just flipped where I saw, and that was it. So there's 2 Megs right there. 4 3/16 inches. This is a nice Meg tooth. Look at that burlette. Still really good. Still see some hint of serrations there, even though it's worn. Tip is decent. You got these little nicks on the side from probably when feeding. But the root is fantastic. Flat side of the tooth is really good looking too. Look at the root up here. It's flat on the edges. I think that's where this thing was pressed up against other teeth in the shark's mouth. Pretty cool feature. Nice symmetrical shaped tooth. That is a 3 5/8 inch Megalodon tooth. Definitely not the top shelf because they had to eat, you know. He hit a bone, or maybe she, crushed that thing, and then it stayed in the mouth and it just kept on eating with it until you see the prize I hold today. There's an Angustiden that's got some pretty decent color to it. Still got that one cusp missing over there. Not bad all around for the rest of the tooth though. Pretty black Angustiden. Nice sheen on that enamel there. Still got the little nubbins of the cusps there, serrations. Not a bad looking tooth at all. Oh, this thing so close to being a superhero. Look at that cusp. That tip is savagely sharp. Great color, got the burlette, the whole root, just that one cusp over there. So close to a top shelf. We're rolling.
All right, the sand's collapsing in, so I just gotta pull this out. Oh, come on, baby.
Yeah!
Wait. Oh, it's freaking Patho! Finally. I mean, it's not perfect. The side is gone there.
Dude, that's
Patho.
glorious.
It's not bad. I'll take it.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good start for this place.
Yes!
Yeah.
Okay, this is the tooth that Diva found. 4 3/4 inches. So it's a big meg tooth anyway. And it's complete. It's got good burlette. It's got all the enamel. The root is just solid and stellar. The blade is great. But the feature du jour is this pathology over here. Look at the way it's got that just weird hump growing out of the enamel like that. This tooth is so wicked cool. And when I give you guys the meg count, that's just my megs. It's not including Diva's megs. That girl is over there racking. So if you want to see her meg count, you're going to have to check out her channel, Ancient Adventures. But this tooth is stellar. So this is what we're doing. We're reaching down into the water with our hands and pulling stuff out.
And within seconds, guess what freaking Kim found? And guess what?
That's what I pulled out.
Guess what? It's whole. You want to see the crap I find? That's what I find.
5 7/16 inches of killer Megalodon tooth. Couldn't see in the water, but I could tell the layer was great down there. So I just stuck my hands in and started feeling around. It's a technique that we use when we're diving here because we can't see usually, so we just feel around on the bottom. And when you feel a smooth edge like this, you know it's either a meg or a bone. So then you put it in your pocket and come to the surface and see. Well, I didn't have to service the boat, obviously. It was only a few inches deep. But sticking your hands down in water and coming up with a treasure like this, yeah. Hard to describe how excited I was when I pulled this tooth out. Got 2 flats today, it got so crazy. We'll start with a lesser flat. A little meg, some Angies, some Makos. Your common Megalodon neighbors. And we got our bigger teeth up there. Some serious smokers. The huge ones, Diva's Superhero Patho. Some other nice megs. Big Angie in there. Yeah, it was pretty great. So our grand total, or my grand total from Sloth Party is now up to 34 megs. Pretty ridiculous. How high can it go? Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we will catch you next time. Till then, happy hunting.